Hey everyone, and welcome to my next Let's Play. I am Mega Freak 400, and this is Yoshi Safari. Yeah, this is a game for the SNES. A game that I think a few people know. There are probably quite a few people who know about it if they are into the Mario series. But I think anyone who knows about it, very few of those people have actually played the game because you need the Super Scope, and I think very few people have the Super Scope. Which is interesting because the Super Scope and the light gun for the NES, both only work on televisions with tubes, so the flat screens they wouldn't work on nowadays. But this is an old game, or an interesting game. It's the only Mario shooter in existence, or dedicated Mario shooter. So it takes place in Jewelery Land. We have to go to Jewelery Land to save Princess Pine and King Fret, Princess Peach's friends, and this is the first game in America to refer to Toadstool as Peach. Or Peach is Peach. Before that, she was referred to as Toadstool. This is the first game, which is interesting because Super Mario 64 is considered, I think, by most people, the first game, but it's not. And same with voice acting. Charles Martinet was, and I think, I don't know, but it definitely wasn't Super Mario 64. It was either Fundamentals or, but it was I don't know which version, but he was definitely voiced Mario before Super Mario 64. So the game uses the Super Scope. It also has the Koopalings. It was the last game to feature the Koopalings until Superstar Saga came out, and of course now New Super Mario Bros. Wii. The game is a rail shooter, though. It's not like a regular shooter. It's a rail shooter. Now I know I've said before I don't like shooters, but I don't mind some shooters. You know, I need to rephrase that. I need to specify. I don't like first-person shooters. Rail shooters are pretty okay. So. In terms of story, though, the 12 gems of Jewelery Kingdom have been stolen. Who could be responsible? Could it be Bowser? Or the Koopa Clan, which has Bowser in it. But yeah. I love how just Mario's holding the Super Scope over his shoulder, and Peach isn't even, questioning. It's like, okay, Mario, take the gun, go after the Koopas. This also has a two-player mode. It's kind of similar to Galaxy, because you know how Galaxy had the whole Starbit thing? Well, you can control Yoshi a little bit with the two players by using the control pad. Here's the Jewelery Kingdom. The music in this game is actually very catchy. I quite enjoy it. The first world, I believe, is called Grassland. The boss of this world will be Lemmy Koopa. I'm going to finish. This is going to be really short. Let's play. I say 2 levels per world per video for the most part. So basically, here's what you do. In terms of gameplay, you have your power. If you have the turbo turned on for the Super Scope, the controls are basically just shoot, and then there's a trigger or a button so you can jump. There's a little bit of jumping in this game. You basically use your blue ball gun to shoot, and here's jumping. So jump to get over the electric stuff. If you have the turbo on, you can shoot rapidly, but if your power is down all the way, you'll only shoot one after another, which is the same if you don't have the turbo turned on for that matter. So try and let your power build up a little bit. There's 2 fireflies in the game you can get. You saw I got one. That allowed me to build up my power to a bigger bar. Here's our first mini-boss. You see how I hit that one little hill area, or a little gate, and it opened up? Usually whenever you do that, you'll be led to a mini-boss. This is one of the mini-bosses. The mini-bosses give you an item, and that item, to be used as a boss, against the bosses, that item was a nut. It halves the damage sustained by enemy attacks. 2,000 points if it's held till the end of the boss. Now here's the first boss. It's Lemmy Koopa. He's in his mech. All the Koopalings have mechs of sorts. Let's see, other boss-only items. There's Power-Up Mushroom, which recovers your health, and also gives you 2,000 points if held to any level. The clock adds 67 seconds to your timer, but to be honest, I never even knew there was really a timer until I looked up and said, oh look, timer. Because it really doesn't play much of a big, part in the game. It's not really restrictive. It's really actually a long time. Superstar lets you become invincible for a time. It's a boss-only item. You can also get a Superstar on the main field. Power-Up Mushroom as well will heal you. The flying boxes give you, they will give you items. Fireflower increases the maximum length of your power meter. Yeah, and one-up mushroom gives you extra lives. You see there's coins, too. The coins, if you fall off a stage, there's a few times when you just fall off a stage, that will, if you have enough coins, you can get back on the stage, otherwise I guess you're dead. that never really happened. It's really actually quite an easy game. Now there is a mode that you can use to make it harder. There's a harder mode where actually the colors of all the levels changes, the bosses are harder, and I believe some of the text changes as well. I'm not going to be playing that mode, but I'll give you the code at the end of this Let's Play if you want to try that. If you can even find this game. You have to have the Super Scope to play this game. I'm, of course, not using the Super Scope. Yeah, it actually is a quite fun game, you know. People say, well, wait a minute, why don't we have a Mario shooter? Well, there is one. This is the only Mario shooter, and actually, even though it's not well known, it's kind of obscure, it actually is quite fun and enjoyable. Music is well done, and overall, the enemies may look a little odd. Yeah, I missed that gate. No, seriously, the enemies look a little odd, like the Goombas look like they're, I don't know. Here's some Koopa shells. Also, I didn't mention this, but if you shoot Yoshi in the head, you will damage him. So you don't want to shoot Yoshi in the head. Basically, he is basically, if he gets hit, you'll take damage. Now, technically, you can just shoot him in the head constantly and kill him if you want, but I don't see what the point in that is, unless you like animal abuse. But then PETA will come after you. But yeah, this game quite enjoyable. Take place in Jewelery Kingdom. There's a 1-up mushroom, or no, power mushroom. Okay, now let's go to the second of the Kooplings. Ludwig von Koopa. I never really liked Ludwig that much. He's kind of got nice hair, similar to Flurry's. Kind of wacky, like, and there's a lot of like wacky people have it. I know in the cartoon he had he was supposed to be the genius, but I think in this game it's Iggy that's considered the mechanical genius. And there, Ludwig von Koopa is no more. He is dead. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. He has now changed his mech and made that. Basically, you need to figure out, when you're fighting a boss, like any of the bosses, you need to figure out where you need to aim. Like right now, you gotta hit the hands. And constantly let your power build up, because you want to make sure you have power. Without power, with great power comes great responsibility. To be honest, though, you can get hit constantly, at least on this mode, not the hard mode, but you can get hit constantly and still be okay, because I never died at all. I don't even know what happens when you die, because I guess you just start the level over, maybe. I don't know, because it's not that hard of a game. But yeah, this will only take a week. It will be done next Sunday. The final episode will be up then. There's another gem. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Mega Freak 400. Tune in next time, and I am reminding you to go eat some tacos because they taste good.